passionate about social justice and equity and inclusion, it's definitely the work that should be okay because you're passionate about it and because you want to help people. Turn that off. Hi, anybody in the house? Nope, not yet. 17 seconds. Hi, Shanana. Thank you for being here. Let me just find where I am on YouTube. Hi, C. Thomas and Miss Kia Parks. Thank you for being here. Just give me 1 second. Live. Oh, that's an ugly picture. I was cleaning my eye out. Whoa-de. Gotta get rid of that. Okay. Stinky Puddle Ranch, thank you for being here. Hi, At Home with Cherie. Veggie Farm Garden is here. Deborah White. Nikki J 95. Gardner 99. That's Terry. How you doing? Helen Tyler. Sheila Wheeler. Ladybug Palmer. Andrea Lewis. Hoyt Robinson. Tia is in the house. And I think Debbie Epps. I missed you. Oh, you were in there right after Shanana. Okay, and I think I got everybody. Oh, no. Grandmama Groves, Cherie Benjamin, Miss B. Washington, Hattie Lamar, Miss Movie Star. You know I love your name. Okay, I don't know about you all, but the allergies in North Texas with the wind and the change of the temperature and everything flying in the air is really messing with my allergies. Anybody else suffering from that? Hi, Cynthia's Backyard Gardening Tips. Anybody else having, hey, Susie. Anybody having problems with their allergies like me? Hey, Karen Witherspoon. Barb Brownlee, thank you so much for being here. And the Sweet Spot. Nice video I watched of yours. I think it was either this morning or yesterday. I try to watch as many as I can, but it's kind of hard. Yeah, a lot of allergies, a lot of stuff floating around in the air. And I take Allegra 180 and Benadryl at night. But you know, you can't keep taking all that stuff because it dries your sinuses out, up, or whatever, however you want to say it. But anyway, let's get started. The topic of today is, let me pull it up. I know it, it's sunflowers. I had several emails and a couple of comments about sunflowers and what they take out of the soil. And it's true, growing sunflowers will deplete your, see if I can get that phone right, will deplete your soil of a lot of nutrients. So just like everything, when you grow your bed, in your bed or your container, you have to replenish the soil by adding amendments if you're going to use that soil again. So in the case of me, who's been growing in that soil for a very long time, I have to add a lot when I plant sunflowers. I usually plant them in a container, but this time I planted them in raised beds. And Yeah, Cherie, it'll take a lot out. Nutrients. So you don't want to plant them in the same spot or the same container 2 years in a row. Now, some people believe that you shouldn't grow sunflowers because it attracts non-beneficial insects. If you look at the video, when I harvested my over 15, 16 feet, my son said it was 20 feet. I don't know. We didn't get up on a ladder and measure it. But the sunflowers were in the sky, and they were high up there. And the heads were bigger than my face. Now, I showed it to you in a live. I showed it to you in the video. Since that time, I have saved those seeds. The sunflowers, mammoth, are in containers. The blooms are smaller this season. Well, Helena, Tyler, probably depends on where you are or what's in your soil, because mine grew between 15 and 20 feet. It was over the roof of my house, okay? So it just depends on where you are. But I will agree with you, Helena. A lot of things have grown unusual this year because of the changing weather. For example, hi Ann, Miss Ann Dale. In fact, I can name you some things in my food forest that were slow to grow and develop and even produce flowers. Number one, I have can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a smaller sunflower that should have bloomed. It's not blooming at all. Number two, my hibiscus bloomed the last of June, and they usually bloom in May. Number three, my Mexican petunias, they didn't bloom until about a week ago. 1 or 2 flowers popped up. Now I have, 20 or so on every plant. They usually bloom in April or May when the fruit trees have a lot of flowers. The Mexican petunias attract pollinators, and they leave the petunias, and then they go and pollinate all of the fruit trees. They didn't do it this year, but thank God the fruit trees that I had to survive got pollinated by wasps, bees, and flies. Hi, So Good Gardener. Hey, Yankee sister, good to see you. And Growing with Hudson is in the house. And if I missed anybody, my moderators will welcome you. So this unusual weather has had everything out of whack. In fact, they're my neighbor, but I don't know them. And I've been in my home 30 years. I don't know these people, but when I go down the alley, I notice they have 2 huge fig trees. And every year they will be loaded with figs. This year, the fig trees don't have any leaves on them whatsoever. And I guess they're just like waiting and praying that it'll come back from the dead, because they haven't trimmed them or anything. It's at the back of their fence. That's why I see it. I don't know them, but I don't know how long they're going to wait before they trim them or have somebody to trim them, because they're obviously dead, because this is July, toward the middle of July, and fig leaves are one of the very first things in my area, Zone 8A, North Texas, Mesquite, to start leafing out, okay? And I had one to die back to a foot high, and it's about 4 feet high. And I had one of my brown turkey fig trees on the side where the prayer garden is, half of it died. And those trees were purchased from eBay, and they were about the size of this, of a fat pencil, unrooted. So I know for a fact that half of that tree died was a blessing that all of it didn't die, because it wasn't 2 cuttings put in one hole. It was just one pencil-sized cutting. Let me tell you a story about those trees. I had ordered one cutting, I think, from eBay, Bria was, she's 6 now. Bria was 2. And the plant was about this big in a small little pot. And Bria saw me harvesting greens, pulling them out of the garden bed. And I'm sure some of you already know where I'm going with this. Bria was on the patio in her walker, or in her something play toy. She wasn't quite 2 years old. She might have been 2, I don't know. That's not significant. But I know she was a toddler. Her birthday is in April. That was probably, that probably was about October, November. That's when I usually harvest my greens. Anyway, hey, nephew, Broke Farmer 76. She saw me harvesting the greens out of the garden bed, and I turned around because she got my attention. She said, "Greens, mama, greens." And that girl pulled up my whole, you right, brown turkey fig tree cutting. I was devastated. And people in my Facebook group saying, "Oh, just put it back in, it's gonna grow, it's gonna," I said, no, it's not gonna grow. Because she broke it in half of the roots. I knew it was not gonna come back, and it did not come back. But I ordered some more cuttings, and I rooted them in the grow room over the summer because it's so hot down here. And then the next year I put them in a big container, and then the year after that I put them in the ground. And they are doing very, very well. So Bria always get a lot of compliments about how knowledgeable she is and how she's growing up. And that's because she's been with me gardening her entire life. She's the only grandchild that I kept from birth, was 6 weeks when my daughter went back to work, until she went to pre-K, and then the pandemic hit, and she had to do kindergarten with me, virtual, in my house. So, I see something in all caps. I'm going to take that comment, and then I'll go back to my topic. Lady Cheryl, working on my teas, harvested a hibiscus flower and some raspberry leaves. Very good growing with Hudson. That warms my heart to know that someone is listening. Okay, Nikki J95. Moderators, if you see anybody that's making a comment or a question that needs to be in the in all caps, I just happen to see Nikki's, please remind them. I'm trying to protect my one I have left from squirrels. Okay, I think she must be talking about hibiscus. They chopped off the top of my, sunflowers. Oh yeah. Squirrels will eat the heads, and they really love the seeds. But they will eat a sunflower head. And I don't know why people leave things in the comment like I'm just making this stuff up. But they like to challenge you. That's okay. It keeps me on my toes because I'm not perfect. But somebody insisted that hornworms don't eat peppers. When I told them Bria pulled it off the pepper plant. Bria knows what a pepper plant looks like, and she knows what a tomato plant looks like. And she knows what a hornworm is. She knows what a slug is. She knows what an earthworm is, okay? She knows what a roly-poly is. She knows what an earwig is. She knows, because the girl knows because she's been gardening her whole life. So I think it was peanut pepper. I think it was peanut pepper either today or yesterday, or it might have been somebody else, that the hornworms were on their pepper plants. And sometimes you just have to let stuff go, but I wanted to go back to my comments and let that person know that, check this video out. This man grows a lot of peppers because that's his business. making pepper seasoning and jelly and stuff, and he had seen some. I think it was Peanut. I watched a lot of you all's videos. I will be honest with you. If the video is over 20 minutes, I can't watch the whole video. But if it's under 10, I watch it from beginning to end. This is what I do. I don't even turn on TV. I don't know what I'm paying for DirecTV for, because I only watch it maybe on Sunday night. But anyway, hornworms, don't fool yourself, will eat pepper plants and tomato plants. Okay? And if you don't have none of them around, they're going to find something to nibble on in your garden. Okay? All right. So yes, squirrels, who was that made that good point? Nikki. They will chop off the top of your sunflower heads. And I'm going to tell you what else the sunflowers will do. They attract squash bugs, because I chopped and cut one when I was cutting my sunflower head down. And I saw what do you call those things? Four-leg hoppers. They hop from one plant to another plant. I saw them on the sunflower. So I've been really blessed this year. I haven't had any major problem with insects. I haven't had it. I've seen a couple moths that lay those aphids. But if it's over 6 feet, they may get something. But if it's lower on the ground, then I can use a spray that flower with water or what the tree or whatever it is. And speaking of aphids like tender leaves on your trees. So when you're out there walking around and watering your food forest, look at the tips of your trees. Because by now, I usually have a lot of aphids. And that's why I release ladybugs, because ladybugs eat the aphids. And who was that today? I saw the praying mantis, Cheryl, at home with Cheryl. Beautiful. That's an ugly little insect. But I think it's cute because what it does. It eats a lot of those predator insects. I've never had a praying mantis all the years that I've been gardening in my food forest. And I'm organic, so I don't spray a lot of stuff that would kill them. I just don't understand why I don't have any. I might just have to break them down and order some. Yeah, but Cherie had captured it, and I think she even mentioned, she says, no wonder I don't have hardly any aphids. Don't quote, I'm not quoting her verbatim, but she makes mention of that. So go over there and check out her latest video and check her channel out, okay? And check out Peanut Pepper, and he'll show you that those hornworms can and will eat pepper plants. And I think it was Peanut Pepper that killed 4 of them on these tomato plants. And I might be wrong, but I think it was Eco Neighbor left a comment on this video about, you better be glad you got those hornworms, because they could have took your plant out overnight. And they can, guys. They can wipe them out. Oh, Denise, I forgot her name. If she's in here, put your channel up. Let the moderators know it's you. She got a hornworm. And I was just laughing at her because she was so afraid of it. And she caught a couple of them. And once she took it through over the fence, and she said, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Like threw it to the neighbor or whatever. But it was so cute because she wasn't really thinking about it. She just knew she had to get it off of her babies. I call them my babies. That hornworm would devastate your crops. Okay, so I'm going to go see if I can get a question, and then I'll get back to my topic on my monitor here. Okay, I'm going to thank you, Broke Farmer, for taking that out. I'm going to address it. The cheese sandwich said, if you make take natural products, why do you always wear wigs? And I'm laughing about it because the cheese sandwich don't know my issues or my health. Hey, hands in the dirt. And I've never made no secret of this, that in 1992, I'm gonna put it this way, I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. I survived breast cancer. And I had to have radiation treatment, and I don't know, I don't have to explain this to nobody, but I want to tonight. And I went totally bald. And my hair density never came back the way it was. And I'm not crying, this allergies, guys. Because this cheese sandwich is funny to me. The only thing you can say bad about me is they come in here and, well, of course, they'll say something gross, something sexual, or they'll say you're fat, or they'll say something about my wig. Now, during that time when I had that surgery, I also had 16 lymph nodes removed up under my arm to make sure that the cancer hadn't spread. And I endured radiation treatments and chemotherapy that took a toll on my body. Then I had some other surgeries I ain't gonna tell nobody because ain't nobody business, but I'm gonna tell you this. One of them was a thyroid surgery that affected my hair. Now, I'm not bald or anything like that, but my hair is thin around my hairline. And it is not a thinness that you can put a miracle product on to make come back. So when I come to you on Monday night, I want to look my best because I'm a licensed cosmetology educator, okay? So I'm used to wearing nice makeup, nails, and the hair. So somebody coming here trying to dog me out for wearing a wig, they can't say I don't look good. I'm not all broke down like some people my age or younger. They can't see my skin or my smile or my spirit. All they can notice is I have on a wig and I still look good. Okay? So I take medication for thyroid. I take medication for kidney disease. I take medication for heart disease. You understand me? I'm pre-diabetic, but I don't have to take medication for that. I'm going through a lot. But still, I get up every day and thank God that I'm alive. And I go out there and I work in that food forest. I'm dripping with sweat. Then I come in here and take a shower and get me a little breakfast. And then I start on my product orders. Okay? So the people that come in here and try to disrupt, I want you all to know that it's Satan. One man told you a few weeks ago, commented that I shouldn't say God loves everybody. Get out of here. Because I don't know what God you serve or whatever you believe. I know God loves everybody. Whether you gay, straight, black, white, or whatever. I know y'all have never seen me like this before, but I can't help it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I come in here every Monday night, try my best to be on time and have some good content that I can share with this gardening community, and then we let the devil come in here and try to tear us down. No, sir. Get out of here. Thank you, nephew, and anybody else that come in here. Please, please, throw them out of here. Whew, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That's the side you all haven't seen. And I'm going to tell you about what these people do. These people, most of them are content creators that's hitting the thumbs down button. They're content creators and they don't want you to do well. And they want to scare you all that I'm in here motivated and telling you to start your channel. No matter how much you think you don't know, you know more than somebody else and you can help somebody. So get out of here. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm going to tell you all, God is really blessing me. He is blessing me. And I thank him. I thank him. And sometimes what the devil will mean for bad, God will turn it around and mean it for good. Make it for good. Because somebody in here don't know what I go through every day. And I just told you about a lot of stuff. And that's why I'm so passionate about growing things that will make us healthier. Now, I'm going to show you this. I'm sorry, guys. This is hibiscus honey. I saw on, and the reason why you see it clear on this side and then the shredded hibiscus leaves on this side is because I turned it like this so that all of the material will float to the side. And I'm going to share that with you in the video. Isn't that beautiful? That's the Texas Star Hibiscus. And by the way, people are now emailing me pictures. And I would love if you all have some, please email them to me because I'm going to do a video and rep all of you all that's on this train to better our health or the health of someone that you love. Okay? So this is unfiltered raw honey and the organically grown Texas Star Hibiscus. And you can take this and put this, a tablespoon, in your beverage. You can put it on your oatmeal, cream of wheat, your toast, whatever you want to do. And through my research, and I'm going to reveal it in the video, I've learned that the hibiscus not only lowers your blood pressure, it will lower your cholesterol too. So we got organic raw honey and Texas Star Hibiscus. Now, I use Texas Star Hibiscus. You can use any kind of hibiscus as long as you're growing it organically, okay? Because you still get the same benefits. But the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That old saying, our grandmother and mother used to use. So I use the darker one. And I grow the Texas Star Hibiscus because it came back again, y'all, even though it went to 3 degrees in February. They blooming like crazy. Okay, the next thing I want to tell you about your health is, I wasn't going to go into this, but this is what the Lord put on my heart. I was going to show this in the video. It's turmeric. For the cheese head, if he came back in here and he listening, or the cheese sandwich, this arm is 5 inches. Let me calm down. This arm is 5 inches bigger than this arm. That's why, I guess the next thing he's going to say, why don't you have a skin-tight blouse on? Because I'm intelligent, and I had a mother to raise me the right way and told me to accentuate your good features and take away from your bad. So if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know this arm was 5 inches in diameter bigger. And that's because those lymph nodes that they took, 16 of them, don't filter my blood. I'm supposed to have on a elastic, what do you call them? Y'all know what I'm talking about, sleeve. But I don't need it. The reason why I don't need it is because I'm out there in that garden and I'm working, I'm pulling weeds and I'm planting. So I'm so active that I don't need to wear that. But I do have lymphedema, which leads me to this. And by the way, I don't capture honey, so I had to buy that. But I didn't have to buy the hibiscus, and I didn't have to buy what's in here. And it is turmeric. I grew it right out there in my garden. And I peel it, I boil it, scrub it first, boil it, peel it, slice it real thin on a Madeleine, and I have a video on it. And then I dehydrate it, and then I grind it into a powder, and I put it in my tea. And now, some of you in here probably already know about golden milk, turmeric, black pepper that draws the cumin, the most healthy part of the turmeric. And you can put it in the milk or you can put it in the tea. Well, this came out like a paste. I gave you all a hint of it in my last video, and I said, I think I misspoke and I said I haven't perfected, but it really wasn't perfecting. I was experimenting because I saw on Facebook a company, and I'm not going to call the company's name, but they were selling honey and hibiscus for, I think, $16 for 4 ounces. That's a lot of money when we can do this ourselves. So this is the turmeric, and you just take a tablespoon of this. If it's a small teacup, a teaspoon, and put it in your beverage. Oh, let me back up. No longer am I going to tell people to make hot hibiscus tea. I'm telling you to make it sun hibiscus tea or steep it in a temperature that's no higher than 110 degrees. Because when you boil it and you get it too hot, the nutritional value comes out in the steam as opposed to the tea. So start making your tea a little bit cooler. I'm gonna get all this. My grandmother had swollen lymph nodes in her arm after breast cancer. You're a very strong woman, Miss Cheryl, because you know what I'm going through. And one day I lost it in cosmetology school. When I was teaching cosmetology, and a couple people didn't come to school, so it makes my job harder because we have grade out. Those of you that are familiar with it, I know Rhonda Moffitt. She's sometimes in my life. She's a hairstylist and a gardener. And she can attest to this. When they don't come in for grade out, I mean, I got to grade them out later, and that makes put everybody behind. And I said, well, sweetie, why you didn't come? She said, I had a headache. Oh, was it that serious? Oh, no, it wasn't that bad. I didn't have to take any medication. And then I feel like, why are you telling me it's not that bad? And you a young person going to school, don't work, don't have a household, guarding like all of us are doing, an extra job or whatever. And I just stopped. And another girl came in and said she didn't have no reason why she didn't come and do her grade out. And I told him, I said, you don't have no idea of what I go through every day. But I get up in here and I try to have my lipstick on and my hair done, blah, 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 to try to be presentable to you all. And you tell me you just didn't feel like it or you had a minor headache. You never know what people are going through. Trust me. All of you in here probably do. Except the cheese sandwiches. Because you observe it. Because you have to be observant in order for you to be a gardener. You have to. You have to have compassion and you have to have patience. Now, when you are a newbie gardener, sometimes you don't have as much patience as you need because you might say, when are my cucumbers gonna get bigger? When is my tomato gonna ripen? And I want to say they will, grasshopper, but I have to stop myself and say it'll be very soon. Just chill. It's going to be okay because I knew how it was when I first started. Should we use powder or fresh ground turmeric in the honey? Yes, fresh. Anything that you grew is better. Now, if you didn't grow any turmeric, if you haven't grown, my next one I'm doing is ginger. If you haven't grown any, go ahead and buy it. Buy it at Whole Foods. Go to Trader Joe's. Do what you have to do. But start slowly incorporating all of these things into your garden so that you can reap the benefits of it, so that you can improve your health and take less medication. Yes, turmeric, almond milk, yes, black pepper. Whoever that was, I saw that up. It works. Trust me. Trust me, it works. I know because I can look at my arm. I ain't got to do all that. Just letting you know, because sometimes my arm will just throb when it swells up. If you've seen anybody that have lymphedema, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I just keep it moving. I never even complain about it. Never. They say, how you doing, Miss Cheryl? How you doing, Lady Cheryl? I'm good, thank you. I never complain about it. Why do I need to complain about something that I'm gonna have every day? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a lady that comes to work with a black eye and says her husband beat her up. And she wanted you to hear you to hear this sad story, and you have compassion for her. But what the new girl on the job doesn't know is he beat her up 2 weeks before. So we don't want you to say, we get tired of hearing the same song. So I don't complain about health issues because I'm grateful to be alive. Because I could have been dead. Because the cancer that I had was a rare form that in 7 months it would have been all over my body. It would have metastasized. So I'm thankful to be alive. So I don't complain. We all need to just work on ourselves and work on our health, okay? And just try to take one day at a time and get better and better. I'm going to get all of your comments. If you have something really positive to say or a question, please put it in the comments. And I'm going to go back and read all of them. Because I go back, guys, even after this is over, sometime at night, I'll lay in my bed and I'll watch the replay and look at your comments. And I noticed that I owe a couple people an apology because it goes by sometimes so fast that I don't get your question. So I don't want you to ever think that I overlooked you intentionally. If I didn't see it, shoot me an email. Moderators, please, you know what to do. Put my email address up. I had a young lady that emailed me day before yesterday about a canning procedure. I was getting ready to say her name, and I don't want to do that. And she took the class with me on Zoom. I don't cut nobody off. See, everybody has a purpose in life. And once you realize what your purpose in life is, and God let you live for a reason, you have to fulfill that destiny. So I don't have no Patreon accounts and these special accounts they have on YouTube where you got to pay me for me to answer your question. I'll help anybody. Now, y'all know I'm getting ready to go on vacation, so I'm going to be out of pocket. I'm not going to be watching any videos. I'm getting on that plane with Brian, my daughter, my son-in-law, and I have one sister from Indiana. And both of us are widows. And we promised each other we're going to vacation together. So she's coming from Indiana. I almost said where I was going. I'll let you know when I get back. And she's meeting me there. And then she's coming back to Texas on the same plane. And she has a son here. And then they're going on to San Antonio in Texas. And I may go with them too. Just depends on how the food for it look. But I think I did a pretty good job. And I'm blessed that the temperature is not going to be above 95. So with the shade cloths, I should be all right. Okay, I didn't lost my train of thought. I need one of my moderators to bring me back. Bring me back to where I was talking about. Oh, I know what it was. It's the sunflowers. The sunflowers, you can use them as a trap crop. But know this, plant more than you need to get seeds because, or if you plan on making butter or anything like that, the squirrels may get some of it. Now, did I show the garlic? Moderators, did I show the garlic? This is garlic that I grew, minced, and put in the freezer. I showed the garlic, Brook Farm, okay, good. So the garlic, you guys know, is good for colds, lowering your blood pressure as well. I didn't think I did. Okay. Thank you, Yankee sister. I need that traveling grace of mercy. So I did that. Got a cold. Want to marinate some meat. You see what I'm saying? So incorporate these things into your daily way of living. I don't say the D-I-E-T word. I don't like to ever go on one of those again because I can go up and down, doing all that. So I just want to change my lifestyle And did you know that cucumbers, I don't know, I'll get it later, babe. Okay, so let me get back to, new orders. Okay. I can't find it. But I know what I was going to talk about. So you want to replenish your soil, rotate your crop. Don't put sunflowers where you grew them before. And if you see that you're getting leaf hoppers or squash bugs and they're on those sunflowers, my advice to you is to let them have it. At least they're keeping stuff away from all the other crops. Again, I think it was Home with Cherie that had the nasturtiums. If it wasn't her, it was somebody else, and they noticed bugs on that particular plant, but it was keeping them away from other plants. And I apologize if I'm calling the wrong name out. There's just too many videos for me to remember. But I sleep between 4 and 5 hours a day. When I was a kid, they used to take me to all these doctors, these specialists, and blah, blah, blah. As I gotten older, I noticed a lot of people are just like me. I don't sleep a lot. I don't require a lot of sleep. So I wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning. I start watching videos or checking in with my Facebook group, answering questions, putting a daily post on. Yeah, so I'm always watching videos. This is what I really enjoy to do. And then sometimes it'll make me sleepy, and then I'll go back to sleep, maybe sleep for a half an hour. Okay? All right. So I'm finished out with the sunflowers. Now I'm going to go on and get your questions. And again, I apologize for my outburst, but I'm telling you, I just go, is it too late? Okay, I'm going to jump in and get the first one that I see. Eartha Dominique. She says she hasn't planted her sweet potatoes. She says, shoots, I know you mean slips. Is it too late? It depends on where you are. And you can go to the Farmer's Almanac and find out if you don't know the zone, but you can always, I've already done the sleep study. Who is that? I don't sleep, also headed to the sleep clinic. I've done that. There's nothing wrong with my brain or whatever. I'm just a very creative person and my mind spins. Right now, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say before I even get it out. And I'm going to tell you who's like that as well. Bria. Bria calls me about 15 times a day, and I just take her call. She have her headsets on, she's in her tablet, she has TV, she's drawing a picture, and then she's talking to me. And I told her mom and dad, don't hold her back. That's a very creative child. And if she's bored, she's bored. So she's got to be doing a lot of different things. Okay, so it depends on where you are, Eartha Dominique. If check with Farmer's Almanac, you've got to go in and count between 120 and 150 days to see if you're going to have enough time for those sweet potatoes to mature to a decent size or worth your time before the first freeze. Because once it hits 32 degrees or lower, sweet potatoes will die. They won't be any good. Okay? So I hope I've answered your question. Thank you, Grandma Groves, for the well wish for the vacation. Yeah, I need it. Okay. I'm going to go back up to the top and thank people for the super chat. I appreciate it. Hoyt says she's going through, lupus. I know. You do the best that you can. Does that mean because we have a health condition and we have some issues with certain spots in our hair, does that mean we can't help somebody else? That's okay, let me stop. Somebody put something about the keto diet. I personally can't do the keto because keto has a lot of saturated fats, cheese, that type of thing, a lot of nuts, and I can't do that being pre-diabetic. So I just have to watch the carbs, okay? Since y'all want to talk about it, I'll tell you what I got. I'm switching from white flour to almond flour. This is the year. I can't keep playing. I'm 67. I got to get with it. Here's another one. Coconut flour. And guys, you know they even have sunflower seed flour and pumpkin seed flour. You can use these nut flours to replace your white flour, and that'll help you with your glycemic index. And this is another one I want to share with you. I've shared with you about monk fruit. I've shared with you about keto simple syrup made out of a monk fruit. My sister told me about Swerve. And Swerve, she says, really is good in your baked goods. So I'm going to make like some banana muffins to have in the morning with my tea. Because I don't eat eggs and a lot of breakfast food. So I'm really trying. And I see some people in here are on here with me too. Let me see. Let me go all the way down. Antia says she used the Swerve. Wonderful. Andrea Lucas loves almond flour and got my stevia plants coming. Yeah, you know I'm growing stevia, and I'm going to share with you how I extract it. Somebody said I pulled out one potato and set it to cure, and it withered. Any ideas why? It probably wasn't fully developed. Where are you? Did you have a temperature between 75 and 85 degrees? Okay. Okay, I'm going to look at a real life gardener. Please don't apologize for setting that person straight. I went to the doctor today and got some bad news dealing with lymph nodes and possible tumors. Your testimony has encouraged me to keep fighting. Yes. Yes. Because I used to say, and by the way, young lady, a real life gardener, I used to say, why me? And then later I had to realize, why not me? For 2 weeks, I'm going, no, why you give me this at 38 years old? Why you doing to me like this? When people running in the streets, having affairs on their husband, not raising the children. I'm a decent human being. Why you give this to me? But there was a reason. Because, as you just said, what I just said inspired you. There don't have to be no death sentence. And don't even go around anybody that talks like that, okay? Try to scare you. Because we know that by his stripes we are healed. Okay? So keep your faith and keep strong and do what you're supposed to do. And claim healing. Do what you're supposed to do. Claim healing and you will be okay. Because I'm a living testimony that it's not a life sentence. And I didn't have a mastectomy either. I just had the lump removed. They don't have to do all that drastic surgery. But even if you had to, they do reconstruction now. It's not a death sentence anymore, honey. But you need to do what you need to do to keep it from coming back. Okay? All right. Let me go back and let me see if I can get the... And I will keep you in my prayers. Every time I would go and have a mammogram, it'll be somebody in there crying. You know, you have to go 3 months, 6 months, then a year, and then after 5 years, you can go, every year, and now it's, every year. And there will always be somebody in there crying. And I realized that my purpose was to share with them how God healed me, he can heal them too. Does that make sense? That's part of the master plan. Sometimes we don't know why things happen the way they do, but God knows before we even need to know. You're going to be okay. So that cheese sandwich came in here tonight, thought he was stirring up some mess. You all were able to hear part of my testimony, and it's going to help somebody. Won't he do it? Didn't I just tell you? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. So he thought he was doing something that was going to be bad, and God turned it around. I already said that. I know I repeat myself. I can't help it. Okay. Here go growing with Hudson. I had to figure it out at 28 with my thyroids. It could have been worse. I got my goiter removed and kept it moving. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mine was wrapped around my esophagus and adhering to my vocal cords. If you go back and look at my earlier videos, I couldn't hardly talk, let alone sing. I can't even sing like I used to. And it just warms my heart when I get an email or a comment. I got one today from Homestead Heart. She calls me auntie. I got one from, oh, I can't think of the names, guys. It said, I needed to hear that song today. And when I sing, it's not like I used to sing, but it comes from my heart. And so people know that it comes from your heart. So if I crack or I get winded or I hit a flat note, people don't care. Because they know what you're singing about is real. It's real. So what somebody means for bad can be for good. Let's go back and let's see what we got here. Questions. I'm like that also when it comes to sleep. They thought there was something wrong with me when I was a child, but no, it's just the way I was designed. What's that blonde-haired lady used to be on Good Morning America? Diane Sawyer. She only sleeps 4 hours. I used to write these stuff down. A lot of these people that didn't sleep for a long period of time. Ain't nothing wrong with us. We just don't require a lot of sleep. But we have to be careful because it slows our metabolism down and we're more prone to gain weight because your body it goes from a cannibalism state to an anabolism state where it'll slow down, thinking you're going to starve yourself. It'll slow your metabolism down. So the people who are thin, those are the people usually that get the 8 hours of sleep. So what I have learned to do is get a cat nap during the day. After I have worked hard, whether it's my product line or it's in the food forest, I'll sit up in my easy chair and I'll go to sleep for about a half an hour. I started doing that about a year ago. So we're going to pray for you, Miss Wheelchair, a wheel life gardener. Okay. Yes, Cherie, the swerve is supposed to be very good for baking. And I tried monk fruit in experiment. Y'all know I'm always doing experiments. I was making a tomato jam with the monk fruit and it crystallized. So I'm going to experiment first with swerve, and I know stevia will work in my fruit, in my apples that I'm going to be harvesting in the fall, and see which one works the best, and then I'll do a video and share that with you. Okay, I'm going back up to the top. Grandma Grows, my sister has lost a lot of weight, and she did the keto diet, and she makes her hamburger buns, pancakes, waffles with the coconut flour. And she uses the almond meal and the almond flour for cornbread. And she puts jalapeno peppers and all that stuff in it. Okay? Okay, I'm going to go back up. See if I can find any questions, then I'll go all the way back to the bottom. Zena's World said, I cannot wait to start my keto homestead, keto garden. I need land and a house. Baby, you can do like the sweet spot and do it in an apartment. As long as you got a balcony or a terrace. All right, guys, in the chat? You ain't got to wait until you get a house. You can do container garden. There's a young lady that has a channel, container gardening. Can't think, Pam is her name. Somebody put Pam's container gardens link up to her channel, please, because I want Zena World to check her out. She does some, raised beds and whatever. Y'all can't see it, but right at that door, I just got a birthday present yesterday. FedEx ran on Sunday. Somebody sent me, I don't want to call the name out because they may not want people to know. They sent me one of those beautiful Keter urban beds. I'm going to put it together when I come back from vacation, and I'll do a video on it. I've been really, really blessed. Yes, Auntie, that garlic honey is good. Take you some chicken wings, put your little black pepper on it, drizzle just a little olive oil, and take your little brush and brush on that honey garlic, put it in your air fryer. Baby, it is delicious. Trust me on that. You smoke paprika with that black pepper and that honey, and that garlic, it is delicious. Yeah, you can put the honey garlic in your tea too, if you prone to high blood pressure. I don't like garlic in my tea, but I like the honey garlic on some meat. Be honest with you, some shrimp, some shrimp and chicken is mostly what I eat, and fish. Okay. Thank you, Barb, for the well wishes for traveling. And I think I said Yankee Sister, Traveling Grace and Mercy. And Earth the Dominique, I hope you have time for those sweet potato slips. Oh, broke farmer. Nephew, you like I won't complain. That's right. My baby brother is a pastor. And I'll be watching him online. They go live at his church. And he really sings that song, I Won't Complain. He has got that deep voice. And he knows how to sing it, too. You know he for real. It's beautiful. Big Mama's Garden. That's what all my grandkids call me, Big Mama. Because my mother was Big Mama. And her mother was Big Mama. And so I took it, and my sister took G-Mom. But Big Mama's Garden said, that is so true. You never know what people are going through. They can wear a smile all day and cry at night. Be kind to the little of us, because one day they may be the ones to help you in your time of need. My mother slapped the Hell out of me because I laughed at somebody that was disabled. I was about 12. You know how you start smelling yourself and you think you've grown. My mother slapped me. I'll never forget it. She said, you might be that lady one day. That lady can't help the way she is. But I can help you help yourself by never disrespecting anybody. I said, the lady didn't hear me. She said, it doesn't matter. You don't speak that into existence. Because you reap what you sow. She sure did tell me that. I'll never forget it. Though, may I tell you, I think about my mother every day, guys. Because when I look in the mirror, I look just like her. I put that profile of a picture that YouTube captured. Last Monday night, I changed my profile picture on Facebook. And all my family say, if you don't look like your mother, I said, I know, I'm blessed. If I could be half the lady that she was. She was a classy lady. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So Andrea says she's drinking ginger and turmeric tea at bedtime now. Wow. Cherie said fresh turmeric is $14.99 a pound. Wow. At Pre-Roll Rolls, I don't know what that is. It's $7.99 a pound. Okay. And Helena Tyler, she knows about the golden milk, turmeric, almond milk, and black powder. It will help with the fluid, anti-inflammatory, and it's good for people. Most people that have arthritis, it's fluid on the bone and stuff that give them that pain. Oh, that's it, Container Crops. That's it. Did the moderators put up her website? I mean, her YouTube page, her YouTube channel? Container Crops. I want that young lady who says she's waiting on the house to start a homestead to go over and check her out. and see what she's doing with containers. Oh, thank you, Susie. I appreciate you for the super chat. Okay. Oh, thank you, Growing with Hudson. Thank you. The devil is a liar, she said. Now I'm going back to the bottom to see if I have more questions. It's gardening time. The older I get, the more I look like my mom. It's a beautiful feeling, especially when your mom is no longer here. She's in here because I think about her every day and her training that she gave me. I think about her all the time, and I don't get sad because I know she's in a better place. But I look like her, and everybody in my family tells me that. Okay, all right. Angela Bowden says she's fixing her golden milk right now. She likes hers with a little ginger. That's the next one that I'm going to make, Angela. Okay, here it is. Big Mama's Garden. Hey, Miss Cheryl, on a personal note, do you have any mosses in Louisiana? No. My maiden name is Talley. Talley. The mosses that I know originated from Mississippi, and then they went up north to Indiana, Chicago, Las Vegas. I don't know of anybody being in Louisiana, because Texas is not that far, and I'm sure my late husband would have connected with them and we went to visit them or whatever if they were in Louisiana. So I don't think so. And Aunt Tia is on it. Look at here. She got at Xenia's World. Check out container crops and got that link up there. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aunt Tia. And I see Broke Farmer is speaking to the cousins in the house. Okay. So if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to end the live a little early tonight. I usually go to about 8:30, but I got to start packing. I got my list, but I got to start packing. You got to remember what you can take on the plane and what you can't take on the plane and all that stuff. So if you all have a YouTube channel, now is the time to put yes and what zone you're in, so that everybody can come and check you out. Hey, Canadian Proud Outdoors. I didn't know you were here. Check that list twice. That is funny. Because my list looks really horrible. You can't see it because of the ring light. Yeah, but I already checked it twice. Hands in the Dirt. Doing some great things, young man. Y'all check him out. And some of you all I gotta check out. Thank you, Best Yet. And did you all go over last Tuesday night to Best Yet show, the Whoop Whoop show? We had a lot of fun. And she presented me a beautiful picture of a hibiscus with a hummingbird. And let me share this with you. I'm going to show you this one. This is my Healthy Hair Growth Promoter. Here is my logo. That's a silhouette of a hibiscus. You see it? Yeah. On all the products. So she knows I love hibiscus. I like the way the flower looks. I like the health benefits of it. And she did a wonderful job on that plant painting. And I put it in the community post. Lydia with a link to that video so people can check it out. And I put it on Twitter. I was going to do it on Instagram. I didn't get around to doing that one yet. I'll try to remove it. Yes, At Home with Cherie. The Whoop Whoop show is wonderful, and the painting. Use all of your talent. I can't wait to get it. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Okay, I understand, Xenia. I understand you. All right. Good night, everybody. I just harvested my very first Market More 76 cucumbers I ever grew yesterday from seed, too. You go ahead, Unicorn Lady. Yankee Sister says she just saw the video about best yet in the painting. Somebody has arthritis in their hand, the golden milk. Get you some turmeric. Buy it if it's too late to start it now. But research, find out what zone you in, when you need to start yours, and grow you some turmeric. I've gotten to the point that I only have to grow turmeric and ginger and garlic every other year. Because it's just me. Every other year. Oh, yeah. Tia is one more thing. Here are the seeds. Let's see if you can see that. Nah. Maybe you can see it one here. There you go. These are the sunflower seeds. I'm going to be giving them away. And I'm going to ask my moderator to tell me who was the first person in the chat. I can do it. I can go back up. I'll send you some seeds for tonight. I forgot about them. I was meant to do it earlier. Anybody except the moderator. Because y'all going to get some seeds anyway. Okay, I can't see it. It's not letting me do it. Can anybody go back and see who's the first person in the chat? It won't let me go all the way back. Anyway, I'll contact you. I'll put it in the comments. Who is the first person? Yeah, it won't let you go back that far either. Somebody said they think it was Shanana or something like that. No, I don't think so. I think it was somebody next to Debbie Epps. Oh, next Monday, I won't be here on Monday night. And, but I'll see you all the following Monday. Let's see what day that's going to be. We'll meet back here on the 26th. And I'll put in the comments who won the sunflower seeds tonight. Okay, Seed Addict said that you can. I'm going to check out your channel, Seed Addict. Says you can see it on the replay. Yeah. Okay, I'm just for fun. I'm going to go back and see how many people hit the like button. Because I hear my moderators asking everybody. It won't let me. It won't show me. It won't matter. Good night, everybody. You know I love you and God loves you too. Grow your own. Eat your own. It's not hard. You can do it. Now, sometimes you got to put in some work. I don't want to be facetious. Sometimes you got to work hard so that you won't have to work hard later on. For example, I worked hard getting those garden beds. Then I got something in my head planned for October. But as the future comes, I'm not going to have to be bending over because I'm elevating everything up high. So I'm working now a little harder at times so that I won't have to work hard later in life. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I love you. I'll see you guys next week. I got a couple videos I'm editing, and I'll release them maybe while I'm on vacation. Okay. Bye now.